Listen up. Most people wander through life like zombies, scrolling, complaining, dreaming about money, success, and power, but doing nothing to get it. That's why they stay broke. Laziness isn't just a habit, it's a disease. Every time you hit snooze, every time you procrastinate, every time you make excuses, you're chaining yourself to a life of mediocrity. Broke people don't fail because they're unlucky. They fail because they choose comfort over action, excuses over effort, and instant gratification over long-term dominance. Now, here's the truth. Most won't tell you. Strong minds get rich. The rich aren't richer because they're smarter than you. They're richer because they act when others sleep. They invest when others waste. They learn when others binge Netflix. They fight for every advantage while the weak sit back and hope. Your mind is your battlefield. Every hour you spend building skills, gaining knowledge, and taking risks is another hour your future self wins. The lazy will watch you rise, jealous and bitter, because they refuse to pay the price for success. Most people think success is about luck. They believe that wealth, power, and freedom come to the chosen few, that somehow the universe hands out fortunes to those who sit back and wait. Let me tell you something, nothing could be further from the truth. Luck doesn't build empires. Action does. Every billionaire, every self-made legend you admire didn't get there because they had a lucky break. They got there because they acted while everyone else hesitated. And here's the brutal reality. Hesitation is the killer of dreams. Every second you spend thinking about what you might do, every excuse you create for why you can't is a second your competitors, your rivals, and even your future self are using to pull ahead. Excuses are the currency of the lazy. I'll start tomorrow. I don't have time. I'm too tired. Stop. Listen closely. Tired? Everyone is tired. Too busy? Everyone is busy. The difference between the broke and the rich isn't circumstances, it's decisions. The strong act in spite of fear, doubt, and discomfort. They don't wait for motivation to magically appear. Motivation is for amateurs. Professionals take action, period. Right now, the person scrolling on their phone, binge watching content instead of creating it is losing ground. They're handing their potential to the world on a silver platter. You want to be them or do you want to dominate? Here's the truth most people won't tell you. Action compounds. One step forward today is 10 steps ahead tomorrow. Every action, no matter how small, builds momentum. The lazy, however, let momentum slip through their fingers. They overthink, they procrastinate, and they rationalize doing nothing. They measure potential in feelings instead of results. But results don't care about feelings. Results reward effort, consistency, and relentless execution. You want to know the secret of success? Stop planning endlessly and start doing. The clock doesn't wait. Every hour wasted is a missed opportunity to learn, earn, and conquer. And let me hit you with a reality check. Action isn't always glamorous. It's not supposed to be. You will face resistance. You will be uncomfortable. But here's the hook. Comfort is your enemy. Every time you push through the discomfort, every time you act when everyone else is frozen by excuses, you create an advantage that nobody can steal. You're building not just wealth, but character, resilience, and an unshakable mind. Lazy people stay broke because they refuse to pay the price. They want the results without the grind. Strong minds get rich because they do what lazy people won't. They act. They persist. They dominate. Ask yourself this. Are you letting excuses control your life? Are you waiting for a perfect moment that will never come? Or are you willing to be uncomfortable, to take risks, to do what others refuse so you can secure the life you deserve? Because here's the brutal TR. Time doesn't wait and opportunity doesn't knock twice. Every action you take today is a vote for the person you will become tomorrow. Stop waiting. Stop rationalizing. Stop hesitating. Action beats excuses, period. The moment you commit to doing instead of hoping, you begin the journey from mediocrity to mastery, from laziness to power, from broke to unstoppable. Comfort is a trap. It's invisible, seductive, and deadly. Most people believe that comfort is the goal of life, that being cozy, relaxed, and unchallenged is the ultimate reward for their existence. Let me tell you something. The world doesn't reward comfort. The universe doesn't care if you're cozy. Comfort keeps people broke, weak, and invisible. If you want to rise above, if you want wealth, power, and freedom, you must learn to embrace discomfort. The moment you choose safety over risk, ease over effort, and pleasure over discipline, you are choosing mediocrity. You are choosing to blend in while the strong dominate. Here's a fact most people don't want to hear. Your comfort zone is a cage. Every day you choose to stay in it, you are shrinking your potential. Every time you avoid challenge, ignore opportunity, or settle for less than you are capable of, you are silently handing your future to someone hungrier, someone willing to fight while you relax. And the crazy part? Most people don't even notice they're trapped. They convince themselves that their routines, their excuses, their small pleasures are enough. Enough for what? Enough to stay poor, enough to stay average, enough to live a life that nobody will remember. Strong minds see through this illusion. They understand that discomfort is the price of greatness. Let me break it down for you. Every billionaire you admire, every self-made titan got there because they were willing to suffer, to struggle, to do things others wouldn't. They endured rejection. They failed repeatedly. They sacrificed sleep, pleasure, and comfort to gain an advantage. Comfort doesn't build empires. Grit does. Discipline does. Action in the face of resistance does. And here's the hook. The moment you start embracing discomfort, you stop competing with everyone else. You start dominating them. While the lazy are binge watching, sleeping in, complaining about life, you are sharpening your skills, taking risks, and building momentum that nobody can touch. Most people run from discomfort because it's painful. Pain is temporary. Regret is forever. Sitting in comfort today feels good, but it guarantees weakness tomorrow. Every time you choose the couch over the grind, the easy road over the hard path, you are telling the world and yourself that you are not willing to pay the price. And the world doesn't care about your feelings. Success isn't negotiated. Wealth isn't given. Power isn't inherited. They are seized by those who endure discomfort, thrive under pressure, and push past limits while everyone else hesitates. Here's another brutal truth. Comfort breeds laziness. Laziness breeds excuses. Excuses breed failure. And failure becomes a lifestyle. If you want to break this cycle, you need to act now. Start doing what others refuse. Wake up earlier, work harder, learn faster, take risks that scare you, grow in ways that hurt. The pain of discomfort is temporary, but the rewards are permanent. The rich, the powerful, the unstoppable, they are not stronger physically or mentally by accident. They are stronger because they chose discomfort as a weapon. Ask yourself, right now, are you living for comfort or for power? Are you willing to settle or are you willing to dominate? Because every moment you cling to ease is a moment someone else is seizing your future. The world belongs to the bold, the uncomfortable, the relentless. Comfort is the enemy. And if you want to rise, you must stop running from it and start using it to fuel your conquest. Every sacrifice, every challenge, every moment you endure will separate you from the weak and propel you toward the extraordinary. Your mind is your battlefield, your weapon, and your most valuable asset. Yet, most people leave it untrained, weak, and vulnerable, letting every distraction, every negative thought, every outside influence control their destiny. Mind over matter isn't just a phrase. It's a law of life. If your mind is weak, your body and your circumstances will follow. If your mind is strong, nothing in the world can stop you. Think about this, the difference between a broke person and a billionaire isn't opportunity, it's mindset. It's the ability to see the world differently, to act differently, and to dominate while others hesitate. Most people are slaves to their thoughts. They let fear decide for them. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of discomfort. It controls them. That's why they stay average, why they settle, why they remain invisible. A strong mind, however, doesn't obey fear. It uses fear. Every challenge becomes fuel. Every setback becomes a lesson. Every insult becomes motivation. Weak minds see obstacles. Strong minds see opportunities. Weak minds quit when it's hard. Strong minds push harder when everyone else stops. And here's the hook. Your brain is like a muscle. If you don't train it, it will atrophy. If you train it, it will give you the strength to conquer anything. Let me tell you something most people don't realize. Circumstances are irrelevant. The rich and powerful don't control everything around them, but they control everything inside them. They control their thoughts, their focus, and their reaction to the world. That's why a strong mind will always outlast talent, luck, and resources. You can have the best tools, the best environment, and the best opportunities, but if your mind is weak, you will fail. Conversely, a strong mind can take limited resources, endure hostile conditions, and turn them into triumph. Every time you strengthen your mental discipline, you are stacking the odds in your favor. Every time you focus on what you can control instead of what you can't, you gain power that lazy people will never even understand. Here's the brutal reality. Most people ignore distraction is the enemy of the mind. Social media, endless entertainment, toxic relationships. They destroy focus, clarity, and ambition. Weak minds get addicted to these things because they are afraid to face themselves, afraid to think critically, afraid to act decisively. Strong minds, on the other hand, harness focus like a laser. They train their thoughts, filter out noise, and channel every ounce of energy into building skills, wealth, and power. The difference between the broke and the unstoppable isn't external, it's internal. Mind over matter. The world tests your mind every single day. Challenges, setbacks, criticism, failures, they are constant. A weak mind collapses under pressure, but a strong mind thrives. Every time you encounter resistance, that is an opportunity to grow stronger, to sharpen your focus, and to build mental armor. Weak minds shrink from discomfort. Strong minds embrace it, knowing it separates the average from the extraordinary. And here's the hook you need to remember. If you don't master your mind will master you. You will be controlled by laziness, fear, and excuses. You will watch others rise while you stagnate. Ask yourself right now, is your mind a weapon or a liability? Are you training it relentlessly, feeding it knowledge, discipline, and focus, or are you letting it rot in distraction and weakness? Every decision, every thought, every moment of discipline builds a mind capable of dominating any circumstance. Weak minds complain. Strong minds conquer. Weak minds follow. Strong minds lead. The moment you take control of your mind, you take control of your life, your wealth, and your destiny. Investing in yourself is the single most powerful move you can make, yet most people ignore it entirely. They spend their lives chasing temporary thrills, wasting money on distractions, and trading their time for minimal returns. Meanwhile, the rich understand a simple truth. Your mind, your skills, and your discipline are your greatest assets. Everything else, money, cars, connections, follows from that. You want wealth? You want power? You want freedom? Start by building yourself into someone unstoppable, because nobody will hand it to you. The world doesn't care if you're talented, comfortable, or lucky. The world rewards those who invest in themselves relentlessly. Think about it. When you spend hours scrolling social media, binge watching shows, or engaging in meaningless conversation, you are actively choosing mediocrity over mastery. Weak people chase entertainment and comfort. Strong people chase knowledge, experience, and skills. They read books, they study markets, they practice relentlessly, they learn from the mistakes of others, while the lazy waste their lives learning nothing. Here's the hook. Every skill you gain, every book you read, every lesson you absorb compounds into power. It's like a snowball rolling down a mountain. It starts small, but as it grows, it becomes unstoppable. Those who invest in themselves early dominate later. Those who don't are left watching, bitter and irrelevant. Most people misunderstand investment. They think it's only about money. It's not. Time is a far more valuable currency. Every hour you spend improving yourself, every second you dedicate to growth, builds leverage that no one can take away. Weak minds trade time for entertainment. Strong minds trade time for leverage. They study, they learn, they network, they practice relentlessly. They know that the gap between them and the average person is created not by luck, but by discipline, focus, and consistent self-investment. And here's the hook. The moment you decide to invest in yourself, you begin to build an unshakable foundation. Skills, knowledge, and mindset compound faster than money ever can. Think about the people who control industries, who dominate markets, who create empires. None of them got there by luck alone. They got there by making a series of deliberate choices to become more valuable than anyone else. Every opportunity they seized was possible only because they had invested in themselves beforehand. They knew more, they could do more, and they were willing to endure discomfort to gain an advantage. Lazy people, on the other hand, wait for opportunities to find them, and when they never do, they blame the world. Strong people create their opportunities because they have prepared themselves to be unstoppable. Here's the reality most ignore. Your skills, knowledge, and mindset are portable wealth. They cannot be stolen, taken away, or destroyed. Money can disappear, jobs can vanish, markets can crash. But if you are constantly growing, constantly learning, constantly evolving, you will always have power. You will always have leverage. Every book you read, every skill you master, every connection you build adds to your net worth in ways that no bank account can match. And here's the hook. The more you invest in yourself, the less anyone can control your future. You stop waiting for permission, you stop relying on luck, and you start creating dominance. Ask yourself this right now. Are you spending your life building temporary comfort, or are you building permanent power? Are you investing in yourself relentlessly, day after day, skill after skill? Or are you letting your potential rot because you are too distracted, too lazy, or too afraid? Weak people wait for opportunity. Strong people make themselves opportunity. Invest in yourself, and you will become unstoppable. Ignore it, and you will remain a spectator in a world designed to reward the relentless. Time is the only resource that nobody can earn back, yet most people squander it like it's infinite. Every second you waste scrolling, procrastinating, or doing meaningless tasks, you are losing power, losing opportunity, and losing your future. The average person treats time like a luxury, but strong minds treat it like a weapon. Every hour, every minute, every second is ammunition for building dominance, wealth, and freedom. The moment you realize that time is your most valuable asset, the moment you treat it as sacred, your life changes forever. Most people are addicted to delay. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect idea, the perfect conditions. Stop lying to yourself. Perfect conditions never exist. While you wait, life moves forward. Opportunities pass by. Competitors act. And here's the hook. Time doesn't care about your excuses. Every moment you spend doing nothing is a moment someone else uses to get ahead. Weak people trade time for comfort, pleasure, and distraction. Strong people trade time for leverage, skill, and results. They understand that every second invested is a step closer to freedom and power. Think about this. The richest people in the world are not more talented than you. They are not luckier than you. They are ruthless with their time. They maximize every hour, every minute, every second to extract value from life. While others sleep in, scroll endlessly, or complain about how hard life is, they are reading, learning, hustling, negotiating, and executing. And the hook is brutal. The moment you start using time the way the rich do, you stop competing with the lazy. You start dominating them. Every hour of focused work compounds, just like interest in a bank account. Every second wasted compounds against you, keeping you stuck where you are. Most people don't see time as a weapon because they are slaves to distraction. Social media, entertainment, gossip, meaningless meetings, they steal your hours and leave you wondering why nothing changes. Strong minds understand that time is power, and wasted time is a silent killer. If you want to be wealthy, strong, and unstoppable, you have to control your schedule ruthlessly. Every minute you invest in your skills, your business, your health, and your network is an investment in domination. Every minute you waste is a gift to someone hungrier than you. Here's the truth. Most people ignore. No one else will value your time for you. Your boss doesn't care if you're wasting it. Your friends don't care if you're squandering it. Life doesn't care if you sleep another hour, scroll another feed, or procrastinate another day. The only person responsible for your time is you. Strong minds take absolute control. They plan relentlessly, execute ruthlessly, and guard their hours like gold. They understand that time is the only non-renewable resource in existence, and they refuse to let it slip through their fingers. Ask yourself right now, are you wasting your most precious resource, or are you weaponizing it? Are you using every second to build skills, wealth, and power, or are you letting laziness, distraction, and excuses steal your future? Weak people live as if they have forever. Strong people know that every second counts, that every hour is a chance to get stronger, smarter, richer, and more dominant. Treat time like your weapon. Use it relentlessly, and you will leave the lazy behind, powerless to catch up. The moment you master your hours, you master your life. Most people live in a perpetual state of tomorrow. They say, I'll start tomorrow. Next week, I'll focus. When the timing is right, I'll act. Stop lying to yourself. Tomorrow doesn't exist. Tomorrow is a concept, a promise that never delivers. Every delay, every hesitation, every postponed decision is a choice to remain weak, broke, and invisible. The world doesn't wait. Delay is harmless. I'm not ready yet, they say. I need more time. Here's the hook. The truth is, you will never feel ready. You will never feel perfect. Life is harsh, and the strong act in spite of fear, in spite of doubt, in spite of uncertainty. The rich, the successful, the unstoppable, they decide today, not tomorrow. They understand that delay is the enemy of domination. Every moment you hesitate, someone else is acting, learning, earning, and winning. You cannot afford to wait. Deciding today requires courage. It requires abandoning comfort, abandoning excuses, and accepting that action is messy, imperfect, and risky. Weak minds cling to safety, to hesitation, to the illusion that waiting will somehow make success easier. Strong minds understand that action itself creates momentum. Every choice, every step, every risk taken compounds into power, influence, and results. The longer you wait, the heavier the chains of mediocrity become. The moment you decide today, you break those chains. You step out of the crowd and take control of your destiny. Most people misunderstand the power of immediacy. They believe that planning endlessly or preparing infinitely will somehow guarantee success. Stop. Perfection is an illusion. Execution is the truth. Action taken today beats planning done for months. Every day you delay is a day wasted in a life that is already too short. The wealthy, the powerful, and the relentless don't wait for permission. They act. They seize control of their life, their time, and their opportunities because they understand that hesitation is fatal. The moment you act is the moment you claim power over your future. Here's the reality most people ignore. The world doesn't reward intention. It rewards execution. Thinking, wishing, hoping, and planning are worthless without action. Weak people live in intention. Strong people live in execution. Every decision made today, no matter how small, builds momentum, confidence, and leverage. Every decision postponed is a gift to the lazy, a concession to mediocrity, and a guarantee of stagnation. The moment you commit to deciding today, you set yourself apart. You step into a league that laziness, fear, and delay can never reach. Ask yourself right now, how many times have you said tomorrow and watched it pass? How many opportunities have you let slip because you weren't willing to act immediately? The difference between those who dominate life and those who watch it slip by is simple. The strong decide today. They act now. They refuse to postpone greatness. Every hour you delay is a vote against your future. Every moment you act decisively is a step toward dominance, wealth, and freedom. The choice isn't tomorrow, it's now. Decide today, act today, and leave the weak in the dust. So ask yourself right now, do you want excuses or results? Do you want comfort or power? Success doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It waits for the people who decide to take it. Stop whining, stop scrolling, start acting. Build your mind, take calculated risks, and let your work speak while the lazy fade into the background. The choice is yours, but remember this, lazy people stay broke, strong minds get rich, and that's exactly why you need to decide today who you want to be. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Step up, dominate, and earn what you deserve.